Welcome to the Development Pod. I'm your host, Brendan Brown, and today we're going to be talking about how to do better in your daily life in 2023. I understand that New Year's was probably weeks ago as this recording or publishment of this episode, but it's never too late to do better. So the first way on how to really do better in your daily life 2023 is to figure out what's causing the problems, on why you're not going to bed, maybe on why you can't achieve what you're achieving, like your goal or assignment. Rather you go to work, why you can't achieve what you're doing for your work. Rather if you're going to school, why you can't achieve what you're going to school. Figure out that root cause of what's popping out to you failing so much. Once you figure that out, you'll be good. The next way on how to improve in your daily life is you need to do what you need to do now so you don't forget. So like if you know you got to do what you got to do. For example, let's just say I get on the bus at 4. Go home around 4:30. That's what time I get off the bus. I have to go to an event. It has to start at 7 o'clock. I got 2 hours before that event to record because I know if I have to go to the event at 7 and I got to go to bed at 9 and the event ends at 8 or 8:30 or something, I know I got prep for bed. Then I'll be saying, oh, I didn't get to do my recording. Or the next day I wake up, I'll be like, oh, I didn't get to do my recording. Well, what I could have done is done a recording at the time when I get off the bus. So I got enough time to record what I have to say, record a video, and then go to my event without any regrets. That's what I'm trying to say, as in do now. Like just do now. And if you can't do it at that particular moment, because I know some of you guys may be busy and some of you might say, well, Brendan, what if I'm going to do this? Brendan, I got to do this. What if I got to do this for such and such? And I got to do this and that. Well, if you have a particular task you have to do, you got to go to a certain place you have to go to, I don't know what you have to do. Plan out your schedule. Maybe replan out your whole schedule for a whole week so you can figure out what daily things you have to do. That example I showed you is an example of how you should do now. If you know you got something to do and you got something else to do, figure out how to get these things done. I'm not telling you to multitask here, but figure out what you got to do. If you know you got to have basketball practice, but you're trying to get home to go do something else, you need to figure out what you need to do. And sometimes you may need to just cancel out both plans or cancel out one and the other and figure out what you got to do. And by doing that type of rule, and by doing this type of method, it can help you to stop bickering or crying or anything like that, or whining over what you got to do. Just joking with you. I know you probably don't cry. Hopefully. The next one is, speaking of worrying and things or whining, is don't worry about the person, the other person. Worry about yourself. Even if that person seems like they're doing better than you, don't envy them because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Don't try to be like them because you should be yourself. That's the new goal for 2023. Don't try to follow in what people are doing or follow in the crowd, especially people in the youth, my target audience I'm trying to get here. Don't try to follow in the crowd. Be yourself no matter whatever you're doing, no matter if you're doing something for theater, no matter if you're doing something for sports, no matter whatever you're doing. Do it in your own way. Don't do it in the crowd way. Oh, I'm cool, or oh, I'm a nerd, or oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that, oh, I'm that. Just be yourself. You know what, me, I got so many friends from different backgrounds. I can be called the popular kid, I can be called a nerd, I can be called different things because I be around so many different groups of people. But at the end of the day, what's the purpose of categorizing when we're all human? We're all made the same. For me as a Christian, God made us all in His image. We're all the same. We're all equally loved by Him. So what's the purpose of complaining? If it's your purpose to categorize people, then you need to get out this life. Just joke with you. You need help to improve. And for those who are watching who want to improve, stop worrying about people. Just that simple. Start networking with people. Start building that network, because your network is your net worth, people always say. Because whenever you network with a lot of people, especially when people have the same ambitions or goals as you, it's a blessing, because now you can look back and be like, oh, I'm glad I met so-and-so because they helped me get this, or I'm glad I helped so-and-so this and that. I'm glad I met so-and-so because now we're good friends. Because see, that's the problem when people think of networking. People think that when you network with people, it's oh, they're my stepping stone. Oh, they can help me get successful. Oh, da-da-da-da-da-da. Especially if they're starting up to be good. If they're a startup, if they're already famous. Oh, I'm glad I network with this person because it's not about trying to help them be your stepping stone. Networking with people is great because it helps you build your communication skills, but also help you collab with other people, because you're not just being the one blessed, but you're also blessing them because y'all both want the same thing. And just because you're maybe a small person in your niche Don't try and connect with that big person they can get all what you can get out them, because that's not how it works. You're supposed to bless each other. And guess what? When you're big, you'll be happy too. Because if you were a big successful person, you wouldn't want no one small to just take up all your energy, because that's just wrong. Instead, you should give them your energy, but they should also give you back. That's how it is with networking. Exchanging. Not one person gets more than the other. That's all I'm trying to say here. And with all this positive and negative talk here, it leads me to the next one, which is when you're networking with people, surround yourself with the right people. Don't try to be with the negative people. Get that negative out of you. Don't be around negative people, because negative people only bring you down. When you be around negative people, how else are you going to do better? When you're surrounding yourself with negative people, when you surround yourself with them, they're going to lead you back to you doing your addictions. They're going to lead you back into doing your cravings of food you may have wanted. They're going to lead you back into whatever bad, toxic thing you want to do. Let go of those negative people. Let them go. The next one is with letting people go, this new goal you need to have in 2023, this new mindset is a positive, optimistic mindset. I understand that there is negativity, and even in the world we live in, there's so many crimes and chaos and things going on. But with all that and viruses, don't let all that dictate you, because that's what the news wants you to think. That's what people want you to think. It's normal to be negative. It's normal to live negative. It's normal to think negative. It's not normal to think positive. Think positive. Be more optimistic. Be realistic, of course, and know that there are bad things that happen in this world. And it doesn't always have to be crime related or virus related, but there are bad things that always happen in this world. Even cancer is a good example. But have an optimistic mindset. When you have that, you'll do better. You'll live better. You'll have more of a faith, because when you think optimistically, you'll be all right. Just for me as a Christian, a man of faith. Like people say, a man of faith. Once again, I'm going to repeat again, I'm a man of faith. What does that mean? I have faith. I can't be negative. I can be realistic, but I can't think negative, because if I think negative, then what am I showing to other people who wants to see God's light through me as a Christian? I'm just speaking. That's all I'm doing. I'm just speaking to you, telling you some good facts to help you do better in 2023. The next one I want to tell you about is sometimes with having that optimistic mindset, having that open-minded mindset, you got to try new things. That's what I want you to do in 2023, podcast listeners, YouTube watchers, YouTube viewers. Try new things. Try new things. Do better. Don't just be afraid. Face your fears. If you're afraid of something, try it. And it don't have to, that's what people think. People think when you try new things, you're supposed to face your fears. That's trying new things. It's not always about facing your fears sometimes. It's just about trying new things, learning new experiences that you haven't tried. It's just like a good example here that's really simple is like visiting other theme parks in other cities. Let's just say your city has a lot of theme parks, but you already visited all of them. So, go to a new city. Go visit new theme parks so you can get more experience. Another realistic but also simple example is networking with people. I've done network with enough people in my niche, which of course I didn't yet. There's so many people in the motivational speaking and podcast niche, but I'm just saying, for example, let's just say I meet everybody in my niche. Well, it's time to network with other successful people in other niches, because at the end of the day, they're still successful, even though they have different niches than me. Network with them because they're successful. They're making substantial income, or either living a happy, fulfilled life potentially because they're successful. That's all I'm saying here. That's all I'm saying here. And with having this new year be great, you should also subscribe and hit the notification button and like this video so that you may do better. Because if you're new here, this YouTube channel will help you do better in your life and just help you do better in being successful, because this community is people who want to improve in their life and want to be that example and guiding light as a leader to people around the world and to themselves, to know that they can do it, to show others they can do it as well. Thank you for listening to the show, and have a good day.